What's it saying when we have to go to such extreme lengths? Businesses, residents have to go to such extreme lengths just to protect themselves from this sort of crime.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. You can't put it into words, can you? And the level of anxiety in the community right now is very, very hard to explain. You look around, people in the shopping centre are scared to go shopping. People are scared to go to sleep in their bed at nights because they've had experiences where they're waking up with armed intruders in their bedroom. Once you're scared to go to sleep in your own house, it's very hard to come back from that.
Now, we talked a lot about the crime issue, but there's also a discussion going on about a child protection issue. And, you know, if you take a walk around the streets of Alice Springs late on a Thursday, Friday night, as you and I have done before, you can see often hundreds of kids, some of them as young as 5 and 6 years old, walking around the streets unsupervised. We've heard Jacinta Price this morning saying that those children need to be removed. They need to be taken and put into a safe place. We've also heard Marion Scrimgeour, the Lingiari Labor MP, have some very strong comments on the same issues, talking about the alcohol, but also talking about the need for the parents to look after these children. What are your thoughts about what needs to be done to make sure these kids are safe?
Yep, the kids have to be taken off the street for their safety, first and foremost. Like, we're leaving children on the street all day and all night. We don't have the resources to be able to take those kids away to a facility. If this was happening elsewhere, they would not be able to believe what they're seeing. Up to 200, 300 kids on the street causing mayhem. But you have to understand that it is probably safer for the kids to be on the street than at home due to DV, alcohol, all those other things. So, yes, we need to have a brave conversation about taking the kids off the street, taking them to a facility and actually wrapping around services to show that these kids, that they are loved. Right now, they just feel like everyone is against them, and it's not the case. But we need to look after them and give them a future, because the longer we leave the situation like this, the longer the problem goes on for, and we don't see generational change, the change that we all speak about.
This is been happening for a fair while, though. I mean, why has there been nothing done at this point to address that problem?
We've been trying. Alice Springs residents have been trying for a long time to get this sort of attention. We've finally got it and we welcome it. Obviously, there is a flow-on for, industry that this is not beneficial to them, but we need to see change. We've seen the Operation Drena, the 40 police officers come to Alice Springs in November and December, and that had a positive impact on the community. There was a perception of safety. There was a visual presence of police. The police commissioner has withdrawn those from Alice Springs because it wasn't sustainable. The level of crime and antisocial behaviour we're seeing in Alice Springs is not sustainable for this town to continue.
Well, there you go, Tom. You see the mayor there, Matt Paterson, talking us through some of those issues that this town is facing. We're going to be here all week talking to people on the ground here in Alice Springs, not just about the issues, but about some of the potential solutions. What can be done to solve some of the issues that this town's facing?
Matt, thank you. So as you mentioned there, our Northern Australia correspondent Matt Cunning will be in Alice Springs all this week on the ground, bringing the very latest on what is a crisis in Alice Springs.